Guys, check out my pouches, man. I stained them and I put the super sheen on them. So they're all matching, they're all the same colors, everything now. And people are going to look at that, they're going to say, how the hell did you get a set for that? Where the hell did you find that stuff? And on the other side, if you'll notice, I put the round bag there. Because I thought, since that bag's round, that one's round, since that one's round, the round one should go there too. So, yeah, everything matches now. Now, when you put super sheen on leather, it makes the leather harder. Okay, this is actually dry. This is dry. I put 2 coats on these. And, I stain the edges. I stain the edges of the belt. I stain underneath the belt. I even do the belt hardware too, because it makes it a little reddish. Gives it a little bit of an antique color. And when I stain these, I wash this off first. I did wash it with acetone first. And then I give it 2 coats of stain and 2 coats of the super sheen. And I also made little belts for these too. I think the last time you guys saw these, they just had the rawhide ties. See, I made little belts for them. Now, I wish I could show you guys the belt buckle that I fabricated for this. I still don't think you guys can see it. So anyway, guys, what I did, you still can't see it. There you go. I put the belt on, the belt buckle rather, with rawhide ties instead of riveting it on. Because I ran out of rivets. Yeah, these are a lot better like that. They look brand new. People are going to see these, they're going to say, hey man, what did you do? Spray it clear on those. And there's, super sheen isn't the only thing you can use. I don't really know a lot of the coats you can put on these. Super sheen's one of them. I know there's other glosses you can put on leather. It's probably harder. It's probably a little bit more money. But I've used, ever since my early days with Tandy Leather, I've just used the super sheen, and that works for me. It's good enough for me. But what I wanted to show you guys was I thought of something genius. Okay? So we put the square bag back there. Now, I've always wanted some kind of a little tool bag back here or a saddle bag on this side. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it. There's really no way to put a bag on this side because of the flywheel and the belt, especially the flywheel's in the way. And the flywheel only has, I don't know if you could see it. Well, let me show you my genius first. What I did is I just made a leather strap. Now, if I had a bandsaw, I have pieces of aluminum. I could have made an aluminum bracket. But the leather will hold, and the leather shouldn't tear. It should hold up for a long time. And that's all you got to do, guys. If you want like a little bag on this side, just make sure your belt buckle isn't going to hit the flywheel. Okay? Right now, there's no way it can hit anything. Now the flywheel it just misses. See how close it is to the frame? That's why when you put your rear wheel on, it has to be aligned down to the millimeter. It has to be right on the nose. or what's going to happen is your flywheel is going to wobble, and since that's made out of aluminum, it's going to mess it up. Matter of fact, I even jack this up periodically to see if my rear wheel is in alignment, which I did yesterday, and it's still in alignment. But yeah, when you do your rear wheel, your rear tire, your rear tire assembly, make sure, man, measure it in millimeter. It has to be exact, or your flywheel is going to rub against the frame. You're going to wear your belt down. I see so many of you guys, you tear your belt up. I don't know. The only way you're tearing it up is it's not adjusted properly, and it's probably not lined up. But yeah, this is a genius idea. I've always tried to think of how I can put a little saddlebag back here, and you can't put it here. You can't wrap it around this because that turns. That spacer turns with the wheel, so it'll rub against the spacer. And you can't put it here because it'll rub against the belt. You can put it up here, but it doesn't look right. It's out of place. You know, so there should be something back there. So that's all you got to do, guys, is you get a leather strap. I just punched 2 holes in it. I torqued it down, or make an aluminum bracket back there, or a metal bracket. And you got a little bracket for a bag. For a bag back there. So, it took me about 2 years to get this motorcycle the way it is. And not much money. You know, it does not take much money to do this as long as you do the stuff yourself. And you have the time. I have the time because, you know, since I work the graveyard shift, I'm up all night. I have nothing to do. I can't go anywhere around here at night because, you know, they roll up the sidewalks here at night. So I have nothing better to do. I have nothing else to do but do stuff to the house. I can't really do construction on the house at night, so I spend my time on this. Man, look how shiny those are. See, I got my registration in here. I got to get some kind of a holder for the registration. I have them in a plastic bag, and the opening's pointed down, so then there's no chance of them flying out. Yeah, they do look a lot better like that, guys. You know, it's a shame I couldn't get these a little bit darker. Maybe in the future I'll maybe in the future, if I can get myself like a tooling set, I'll make some kind of a design on here, and I'll make a new set. But right now they're cool. They go with it's like that brown color, so they go with the seat and everything. So yeah, that's a genius location for back there, guys. So that's all you got to do, man. Just make yourself a piece of leather. Make sure everything's on the outside of that. Make sure these bolts have all those. There's 2 washers on both of those. Otherwise, your fasteners will rub against the drive belt. Luckily, the dude that had this before me, he wasn't really into it. He only had this for I think 1,200 miles, which it's basically nothing. So he probably just didn't have the time for it. Maybe he didn't want to spend the time polishing us up all the time, and thank God he didn't go into it more than he did. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. I got myself a cup of coffee. This is actually my 2nd cup of coffee. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.